Hello and welcome. You're watching the Hans India. I am Gyanishala Malik, and as you know, I am here in Hyderabad at the 14th annual GCC Conclave, powered by or hosted by SSF Global, and I have with me one of the women leaders, which is a very proud moment for me too. So join me in welcoming Vinika. Hi, Vinika. Welcome to the Hans India. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Firstly, since we are here at the GCC Conclave, have you found your favorite session or some learning out of it?
Yes, there was a very inspiring session of the wheel story. So I think that was the session by Colonel Raghu, if I
Yes.
remember the name
Captain
correct,
Raghu.
Captain Raghu,
Yes.
and it was amazing. I think very inspiring in the innovative way of storytelling. In the layman's word, I think the message was very strong. So I think that's my personal favorite here.
So when it comes to Hitachi, how do you think your company is making best use of AI because it is a most talked technology right now?
Right. I think AI, rather than a choice now, it has become the necessity. As an organization now, we are on that change journey and the living era where we are transforming, adopting, and then at the same time we are strategizing also. So the change journey is going to take some time. Uh, Whether I would say that we are way ahead in the curve, might be answer is no, but we are the early adopters when it comes to our HR functions, HCM functions, and finance functions. And we are trying to look into the holistic picture end to end that how can we make a best use of AI and give a very better user experience to all our users who are there across the Hitachi Energy using the shared services.
Right. Now, coming to your personal journey, Vinika, while you stand at a very important position in your company, hierarchy wise, or in the linear hierarchy, I'd say, you must not find many women. And since you are here, you must have gone through that journey that might not have been so easy as I would expect, being a girl myself. How do you see your journey as, and what was the next roadmap for you? Or if there's any message that you would like to give out to young Vinika.
That's a very interesting question. So, thank you so much for asking that question. I think if I do the introspection, one message is very clear that it is not the diversity which would take you higher up in the ladder. It should be your competency. So, when you're there, never question your own competency where the world might be questioning it, but you should be confident in owning it with pride, and then you take it to the next level. So instead of thinking that you might be there on the certain position operating just because you are a diverse candidate or you are a certain percentage of diverse candidate, I think that's not the living reality. It's your competencies, it's your skills, it's your experience and the contribution you're bringing onto the table, which is doing the justice to the position rather than just being tagged as a woman. So I think I'm a strong believer, and I would want to give that message to all the women out there that never doubt your own competencies because you are a certain gender. Just trust in yourself, and then sky is the limit.
Wow, that's very wise and powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that. While you say it very proudly and very confidently, the journey, as I said, might not have been easy. Was there any quote or a book or any incident that happened with you and that changed how you see or look at things or life in general?
I I think one thing which I have as a quote, which I have lived my entire career, is challenge the status quo and never get into the comfort zone. Just always, when you're getting into the comfort zone, just question yourself: is it this is it, or can I take it to the next level? And that's where, whenever you put yourself as a professional, as an individual, as a personal into the uncomfortable zone, you would see the growth start following. So just keep questioning yourself. Are you getting settled into the comfort zone? You're not challenging the status quo. And then those answers should be a more reflection for yourself rather than the world telling you. It would be a self reflection. So that's the key theme I lived all my life by. Yeah.
Wow. That is really beautiful. Now, since we are in the middle of innovation and reinventing, how have you reinvented yourself over the years and to stay maybe relevant?
Definitely read. Digitization, use the podcast as much because might be sometime we don't have enough time for the reading. But there have been so many podcasts which is available. There is a small, summary books which are there available. So use the digitization mode to keep yourself up to date. I think that's the one thing within the given time and the tight schedule. At least, when I start in the morning, I do the slow mornings with at least reading or listening to some quick, book. And then, I try to implement whatever I have learned, at least during my weekday and then, during that particular week. And that's how I just read, learn, and then adopt. So that's, yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Before I let you go for now, what is your idea of innovation?
My idea of innovation is whereas we talk the future, whereas we talk the sky, but I think, the innovation starts from the base. So it doesn't, from the outside, the technology is never going to come and then, make your systems, processes, and people change overnight. So start slow, but start strong.
Lovely. Thank you so much. It has been very insightful. Thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you have a great time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, and all of you have a good time. Thank you.